his time trial. So we'll take two real quick. So in this property, they managed to put out almost 14 miles of trails in their entirety. Like if you run them all. I think my friend a while back ran his GPS trail tracker. It was like a 12 and change, which is impressive because this isn't a huge property. They get their space out of it. Oh yeah, no, I didn't want to go over there because it was super nasty looking. Cool too, I might take a little break after two and kind of take in the sights and sounds, smells. Just enjoying this place. I think they're doing a time trial next weekend. Last time I was out here on time trial, I was on the KDX 200. Didn't do too shabby. Right, such an aged beast. I do miss that bike, but parts were really hard to find. And there was some stuff wearing out on it I could not get new parts for, so I had to give up on it. Okay, so it's like a... See, this is a ton shorter. We saw earlier the Trail 2 was like way into Trail 1. I mean, there are some elevation changes. It's just like huge hill climb stuff. You don't have to have huge hill climbs to have fun. And we really need to come out to all these places in Texas since we don't have public land like in other states. You know, bring your cash, bring your support, and be good customers, be good tenders of your tracks. Support the sport, or the only thing you're going to be able to do is ride on the street. I mean, beach road, not my preference to only do street. Woo, a little snotty. I might have made a bad decision coming out to the south side. This is definitely a little skatey. Huh. That's a little confusing. I'm guessing that's time trial trail because they have a pretty short track for time trial generally. It's a little longer sometimes. Now, try not to do this too often, but get on the beaten trail. I don't like to ride off the beaten path on someone else's property if I can avoid it. else fails, get grab straps for your bike. To be honest though, you guys saw last season, I'm not exactly the best mud rider or dry rider. Woo! Is like a little mini trail. Whoa! Standing water room only. And not that I'm afraid of ruts. Actually, the cool part about ruts sometimes is that you can use them like a slot car and have the bike follow the track. Sometimes in the mud, if the ruts aren't super deep, you can see the bottom of them. That's where your best dirt is. It's already all unearthed to the good stuff. I tend to avoid them though because I have poor judgment when picking ruts. And I like to bury myself. Take a little, whoa! Definitely take a little bit of a break between these because 4 is going to be long and 5 is going to be kind of arduous. Out here. Almost just, I mean, I was going mostly straight and I once lost it. Yeah, this is definitely different from the regular 2 trail. Mud like this, I'm not sure I feel very brave on tackling that. I think they want to keep that intact for the ride. Slow things down this place, you know? Places out here to sit and rest, but there's a bit. I'm gonna take me a 5er. See you guys in a few. Alrighty, things are gonna get a little interesting here has, I know I said I'd do them in order, but Trail 3, I believe, is a bypass on Trail 4, so might have to run Trail 4 a couple of times. And 5 is accessible from 1, I believe. There was a Trail 6 out here, but I really do not remember where it's at. I know it used to be, like, really swampy. That's all I remember about it. I'll try and give you guys a comprehensive look at all this. You know, I might just go ahead and split some of these trails into their own separate videos, because this is going to be kind of very long and a little confusing in one sitting. Alrighty, still chilling on old Robert House. And yes, I named my motorcycle after Robert House from Fallout 3 New Vegas. Or Fallout New Vegas. This bike always has a plan. Alright, anywho. Let's head to 3 and 4 real quick. Bike has managed to get a little muddy today. I brought my Ryobi pressure washer, so when I get back to the homestead, I'll be doing a little bit of that, because I really don't want to load a muddy, nasty bike into the trailer. And I didn't wash the gas from last ride, so I'm feeling a little guilty about that. But I'm going to wash that, replace the counter shaft seal, do a little video on that for you guys. So, in the interest of, woo! Bar wine. In the interest of, making this digestible for everybody, we're gonna do, a couple of releases a week, I think. So expect the video for this probably Sunday and Wednesday for the next couple of weeks. I know, it's like, well, if you're doing the ride, why not just do it all at once? Oh, there's Trail 3. That is super easy to miss. Let's do 3 real quick. But, I don't know. I just want to not give you guys always an hour and a half worth of content in one sitting. That's a lot of attention span to ask for. Also, since I'm riding alone, there's not as much amusement, you know? I don't know. I mean, I'm plenty amused. Haven't been here in a while. But when you ride with other people, you know, it makes for some interesting content. Okay, so this is 3. I guess this just hasn't been ridden much lately. Alright, so the markings on 3 are a little threadbare. I was supposed to be back on 2. Yeah, 3's a short bypass. So let's, alright, there's all 3. That definitely doesn't need to be its own video. At least I think that's all of 3. Alright, let's get back to 4 real quick. Well, I use the term real quick. I know me. I know real quick for me. Let's get back they're relatively spirited and steady. Whoa, 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 that was a big hole right there. Did not see that. Oh, go for hole. Whew. Yeah, there's 3, I guess. Alright, time for trail 4. Well, that's a little confusing. One's that way for sure. Venus. I think that would be going the wrong way. I believe this is 4 proper here. Well, kind of some markers. Okay. Ford, to my memory, was a very tight trail. Well, not like it's super tight, it's got a lot of switchbacks, and it had a multi-log jump at some point. Alright, I think I'm back on track. Alright, I haven't left track, but ooh, yeah. No, I believe this is 4. Remember what I said about your tight woods game? Whoa. Hello, big feller. You know, most of the time I fall is because I run out of leg. Just an observation. Like to tumble into the trees last weekend? Weekend before last? Weekend before last. He's still a little unhappy from the tumble into the rocks last ride. That's a good way to put it. The tumble into the rocks. That was a log jump. Okay, we are firmly on trail 4. Goodness. Oh well. First time out here, I saw a kid on like a 65. Like not paying attention, hit that log jump, and wasn't prepared for the kicker after it. I watched a little like 8 or 9-year-old kid go Superman off the bars. Felt so bad for the kid. I mean, heck, those logs are bigger than his wheels. Oh, about equal size still. Believe me, I'm not one to tell a big fish story generally. Whoa. Oh, that's okay. I think someone missed it. just so we don't have close encounters of the meeting face-to-face kind. Hopefully there's enough left on this bad boy. Oh goodness. Alright. I might be asking too much of that ribbon. Okay. Oh goodness. I have made things worse. If it was warmer out here, this wouldn't be so brittle. Sitting here and talking about, oh, you need to take good care of your trails, and I'm sitting here like tearing down ribbon. Well, to be fair, it was already torn down. I was just trying to reconnect it, and I, as they would say on Top Gear, I right caulked it up. Alright, let's see if I can make this work. Get a little... That's a tough bridge to divide. No, it's better than nothing. Let's try that again. Do. Well, better than nothing until some new stuff could be out here. Yeah. Luckily the ground is so soft, it's really easy to push into the ground. It's so cold out here, this bike's fan hasn't come on once yet. Oh, nope, it came on. It's just been so quiet. Oh goodness. Alrighty, now that I've got done fiddling around with the markers, onward! My goggles during all that fogged up really bad, so I'm kind of riding a little blind at the moment. Let some air in doing this one-handed. Judging for the context clues, I'm supposed to take a right here. but I might be mistaken. There's aspects of this that are tighter than one. Oh goodness, hello tree. Could I have done last week's ride on this? Yeah, I could have. I would have struggled a bit more on a bunch of stuff because this bike's set up for like loamy woods and fast stuff. Though it does need a steering stabilizer for fast stuff. But this V33 is like a hard enough rear tire that you could go forward with it lightly. Boulder crawling is not what this bike is set up to do right now. Okay, wait a second. Wait a minute. There we go. Now, the V33 is not bad in this sort of stuff because the lugs are absolutely gigantic. And this thing raced a whole race season plus most of a practice season plus a summer riding season. So I mean, for 80 bucks this tire's pretty incredible, but it's not really great at anything. I know, it's not bad, it just, if you could define an intermediate tire for the rear of a bike, the regular V33 is like the definitive intermediate tire. It does everything competently, nothing great. When it's fresh, it is pretty awesome in mud though. That old school, just big block pattern. Kind of like the old Dunlop 908s or something. I forget what the actual model was. It's like that Kinda vintage. There we go. I'm actually quite fond. I didn't realize. So 4 seems to be pretty flowy actually. It's got some really tight spots, but well, that's a pretty fun little trail. Don't want to get cooking too hard. Got increased stop distance. Whoa! Well, hello. Whoop. Sure. I ran over the tree a little bit. I say I'm quite fond of Trail 4. Oh, and this feeds back onto Trail 1 or 2. We're going 1 because we're going to hit 5. And really this is the only way you can hit 5, it's off of 1. It is kind of weird being the only person out here. despite being the only person out here for a number of days. That's fun though. This is not a bad place to ride by yourself because it's not ridiculously dangerous, but also the land is not ridiculously large, so like your bike breaks down. It's a mildly inconvenient walk, not a life-threatening hike. Should be coming up around here somewhere. I have a feeling part of the fiber might be moist today. You could very well see me get stuck in the mud and have to walk the walk instead of talk the talk. The bypass spot. I don't rightfully know. Maybe. Well, it's definitely not any further straight. Or I'll wind up increasing my weight and length. Oh, there's another person. Alright, I'm not alone out here, so he's trying to unload it yet. WR, probably at 426. Alright, so we did 4. Ooh, got back in the greasy snot. We're gonna put 5 next. Alright. Let's go greet this newcomer and see what's shaking. See you guys in a few. Well, finally got someone out here. I'm gonna go find Trail 5 real fast and probably take him for a tour of Trail 1 and call it a day and head back for some ribs and barbecue. I'm gonna not run up on those folks really quick. It's like an old WR400, just like the one I did in my restoration series, though his looks very nice in comparison. Well, I mean, had I repainted the frame and stuff. But I'm intimately familiar with that bike. Only issues I have with that bike were, A, I was too short for it, so if I stalled on a hill, I couldn't kickstart it. And B, if I dropped it hot, it was pretty miserable. 100 hours on this bike, and I'm real nervous about it. My finances haven't panned out for me doing a top end on this one this year, so I'm gonna try and divide the hours on my bikes pretty evenly this race season and just keep them as close to 100 hours as I can, then hopefully get a couple of top ends put in. For the reason you haven't seen a lot of videos of me modding anything either. It all adds up. And honestly, these bikes are pretty good as they sit. Whoa! That a little random. Five takes a little getting to, you know? Get to 5 takes a little doing. Okay, so 4 is a little tighter. I guess I'm just kind of used to it, and none of this feels like extraordinarily tight to me. Don't like any intrusive thoughts when I do this. Since I'm kind of going at a fair clip. I mean, for me this is a fair clip. Trail 5. All right. We are at the elusive Trail 5. That's a little more folly downy than the last time I was here. Watch your head. Apparently someone has been through here recently though. Normally this place holds the most water because you're just like kind of down in the creek bed. So, yeah, this is where people get stuck a lot right here. See, we've got some nice ruts dug in. Just making sure I have my bearings straight. here. 5 needs a little touch up on the markers, because yeah, this is a... I have a feeling I'm like kind of off the beaten trail. I'm complaining, I just really don't want to... I think this might be it. But I might have missed the spot, because I remember there being like a huge tight downhill with a log you had to bump down. I guess it's 5. So, you will definitely circumnavigate 2, 3, and 4 really easily here. Or 1. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 is kind of a bit more of a guesswork. I believe that was 5. I believe that was 5. We just died by the mossy trash. It's actually been a heck of a lot of fun today. Yeah, little slicking spots. And not quite hero dirt. This is more like Good Samaritan mud. Not quite hero dirt. Parts of it are actually nice, loamy, mega grip. Other parts are a little snotty. Missed my turn. Whoa! Give me a little light. Woo! Alright. Well, that's all 5 trails I could find. I didn't see 6 marker anywhere, so if you like the content, like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.